My name is Matilda Sissieretta Jones. I was born on January 5th, 1868, in a small house on Bart Street in Portsmouth, Virginia. My father, Jeremiah Malachi Joyner, was an African Methodist Episcopal minister who had once been enslaved, yet he was educated and literate, a powerful example of perseverance. My mother, Henrietta Beale, sang in the church choir and worked as a washerwoman. I was the oldest of 3 children, though I sadly outlived my younger siblings. At home, my family called me Sissy or Tilly, and from the time I was very young, I filled our house with song. When I was 6 years old, we moved to Providence, Rhode Island. It was there, in my father's Pond Street Baptist Church, that my voice began to blossom. I attended Meeting Street and Thayer schools, and in 1883 I began formal musical training at the Providence Academy of Music. I later studied in Boston, including at the New England Conservatory of Music. I worked tirelessly to refine my gift. My career began to take flight in the 1880s. I performed before thousands in Boston and made my New York debut at Steinway Hall in 1888. A critic once called me the Black Patty, comparing me to the great Adelina Patti. Though meant as praise, I prefer to be known simply as Madam Jones. I wanted my success to rest on my own merit and hard work. In 1892, I sang at the White House for President Benjamin Harrison. In time, I would perform for 4 U.S. presidents and even members of the British royal family. That same year, I sang at Madison Square Garden before an audience of 75,000 and became the first African American to perform at New York's Music Hall, later known as Carnegie Hall. By the mid-1890s, I was considered the most well-known and highest-paid African-American performer of my time. I toured across the United States, the Caribbean, Europe, South America, Australia, India, and Southern Africa. In Europe, I was judged by my voice, not my color. But in America, racism often closed doors to me. When opportunities in grand opera were denied because of my race, I created my own path. I founded the Black Patty Troubadours, a company of singers, dancers, comedians, and acrobats. For nearly 2 decades, we toured the United States and Canada, blending opera with musical comedy and showcasing the breadth of Black artistry. I earned a comfortable living and broke barriers, but more importantly, I showed audiences what was possible. I retired from the stage in 1915 after a career that spanned continents and defied expectations. I sang not only for applause, but for dignity, excellence, and the generations who would follow.